I get to talk about flowers, which is one of the most favorite things I love to speak about. Ah, gosh, you could do so many different things with so many different colors and textures and fragrances. So I'm going to walk you through the importance first of flower centerpieces on a table. Let's just start with one of the most boring things, which is, of course, not blocking the view across the table. So I've shown this many times, but this is a rule of thumb. If you put your elbow on a table, where my hand is right here is where you do not want to see flowers. They either need to be lower or higher, so you get a chance to experience the beauty of your guests, not the flowers, your guests across the table. Now, flowers, of course, can take up the beauty of the space. You can make a room smell amazing depending on the flowers you choose. Gardenias, tuberose, Casablanca lilies, freesia, all are amazing fragrant flowers. Keep in mind, too much can be overwhelming, but I love the ability to experience the five senses when walking into a celebration. Now, the color of flowers typically start with your bouquets, which then move on to your ceremony, which then move on to the flowers that you're seeing in the middle of the table. I've got a lot to show you. Centerpieces should have 3 colors or less. A lot of people think a lot of colors means it's more bold and more exciting, more creative. It gets too jarring and too complicated. So you think of a primary color, and then you think of a secondary color, and then your accent color. And those are the 3 ways of looking at how you design your flowers when you speak to your floral designer or your artist that's going to be creating them. You also want to think of a final textile, an element, copper, gold, brass, silver, pewter, crystal. Those are the only one you should pick as the vessel or as the accent to your floral designs. So let's start down over here, because this is a low centerpiece that is a collaboration of peony, roses, and herbs. You can't smell it, but I can smell the rosemary in it, and it's unbelievable. It's a beautiful, lush, low centerpiece that you can add tall candles to, and you can also create as a beautiful explosion as a high centerpiece. Now I'm going to go to the very end over here, and this is a low centerpiece. I'm going to just lift it up just for a second. The vessel is a ceramic, and the flowers are lush. This is called pavé in design, meaning everything's really tight. But you'll notice that there are berries, there's roses, there's hydrangea, and the one thing I added were pearls. Pearls on a loose strand, just like this, very inexpensive, can add a great texture if they're weaved into a design, both on the tables and also the personal flowers. Now, let's talk a little bit about personal flowers. This is a beautiful, simple, all white with a touch of blush. What I love about this is if you'll notice the way the tulips, these are parrot tulips, they have a fringe around them. They pop up, so it isn't fully lush and pavé. It's got some dimension to it. I also added into it these single pearl picks that you place in the center of the flower, and then I have added as well these wonderful sparkles that go right into the design, and they add just enough of sparkle to the bouquet. This is very Great Gatsby. It could be very romantic. It's very understated. It's great for a bride's bouquet and also beautiful as a personal bouquet for the bridesmaids. All boutonnieres should complement your bouquets so they all collaborate and they work well with one another. This last one I want to show you here, This bouquet is created out of a collection of roses. The roses are Sierra rose, a blush rose, a coral rose, and you also have a touch of lamb's ear. Lamb's ear is a light gray foliage that's very in right now on trend. And then you've got some beautiful ribbons added here. And the one last thing I added, which I think is fantastic if you're doing a country wedding, these are burlap flowers. They come in 2 different sizes. They get pushed into the bouquet for some dimension and texture, and the small ones, which are these, can be added as well. There's so many different things with flowers that you can do, keeping in mind you want to keep them low, keep them high. Also, table runners are wonderful. A collaboration of either pillar stands, pillar candles, which are luminaries that are fake, which work no matter where you put them, or low candles with flames are great. Now, last note, when designing your room, you can do round tables or long tables or a collaboration of both. I'm a massive fan of keeping it mixed up so people don't feel like they're at a gala for a corporate event, that there's intimate moments throughout the space. Flowers create calmness. Flowers create intimacy. So when you're at a table dining for someone's wedding, you feel like you're dining at someone's dining room table at their home, not at a big celebration. So have fun! Take a look at the flowers, embrace them, enjoy them, because there's so many options.